Today's sentimental video for the 1st of April 2021 for the QuasiDB service. We'll start with gold because this was our signal to sell and we did quite well out of it. We entered at 1725 and we exited there. If you saw my post on the technical channel, we had a big rebound, a V-shaped recovery on gold. So your level of interest today, or actually for the rest of the month even, is 1714. That's the monthly pivot. So if we go above, then that's going to be a bullish bias. If we go below, it's going to be a bearish bias. We are a sell here on the sentiment, but like I said yesterday in the video, the rounding effect that I was a bit, it put me at unease for the short, was that I thought that might have happened. See how they shorted it? And by selling, they push price, or the price is pushed up because of the contrarian nature of the herd. So of course by selling it, price rocketed. So this is what I thought might happen, and it did actually materialize. I'm quite happy about that. And I exited according to a volume profile analysis on the 15-minute. So I'll probably be using that going forward because that was a really good exit on this trade, and it was a very nice profit. So you keep an eye on 1714. The SLC above is close, 1720, and the SLC below is far away at 1649. Quick look at S&P, and we're going to have some overhead resistance at the psychological number. Obviously, I mean, we might even need like a news story for this, or some kind of a narrative to push that price. If nothing's really materializing in the news, then there might not be a justification to push it. So yeah, keep an eye on that, and we do want to sort of have it above this head and shoulders up here as well. So keep an eye on that level, 3988. We're at 3988 now. See that very tip of the head. So yeah, it could be a bit tricky this one. I wouldn't enter now. Could be a bit of a gamble. So if this falls, it's going to impact our currency pairs. If it rises, it's going to impact our currency pairs. So do keep an eye on the S&P and the major indices for fundamental clues. It's so important that before you take a signal, just have a look at your indices, and if they're in free fall, obviously that's going to impact the dollar and the yen and things like that. So yeah, keep an eye on that level there, 3988. AJ. Monthly pivot 8387, one above 8399 or 84, yeah 84, and one below is 8325 buy, and the signal center wait. So we're broken below that line, so it may be a little bit bearish technically. Yeah, keep an eye on that monthly pivot. AU, if you've broken that horizontal band, monthly pivot's up here, 7665, quite far away, 7575, 7522, wait, and 5050. So there's no clear bias for that at all, but potentially sideways because of 5050. EA, 15560, SLC below, 15345, monthly pivots here. So you'd buy the dips because we're above. So it could be potentially quite bearish to Aussie for the rest of the month. Yeah, so keep an eye on that monthly pivot. EU, there's your monthly pivot here. 117.62, 116.98, wait, sell. They might be shorting it ever so slightly. If they do, then we'll come up. So it looks like that's what's happening. And then they've got the fundamental case. If the S&P does get to 4,000, then this is going to shoot up. And don't keep an eye on your monthly pivot. It could be a resistance, and then we can have a little fall off that rejection. GU, 13870 and 13740. And this is what I was saying about the untradeable chop and the failed breakouts. So that was like a trap, and that could potentially be a trap as well. So it was really horrible to trade this week, and we're back within this sideways price action again. Buy, signal setting to wait. So 13870 and 13740. So remember those two levels. NU sideways, broken that big line, the trend line. One above 70.35 and 69.35. Buy, sell. So there's a mismatch. We haven't had anything that matches. Euro yen, wait, and buy. SLC above 13034, 12959. There's your monthly pivot. So you buy the dips when it's above, and then you sell the rips when it's below. So we might see a retracement potentially, and then it'll just be a buy the dip opportunity. So we are a buy on the sentiment, don't forget as well. Pound yen, so we're well above monthly pivot again. I don't know if we'll hold above for the rest of April because we did it all of March. So potentially we could do. So likewise, EJ or any pair, you just buy the dips when we're above monthly pivot. 153, 152. And maybe an eye if you're trading this on the euro pound as well, because if the euro becomes a lot stronger than the pound, then the pound will weaken against all of its competitors. So euro pound is a good one to trade for like a proxy. So keep an eye on the euro pound. We'll buy and signal center weight, so it's not a clear indication, technical and sentiment. But yeah, I mean it looks pretty strong, doesn't it? And you buy the dip because it's above monthly pivot. Dollar yen. So we were above MR3, if you remember. Now we've got new resistance and new support. So there's your monthly pivot. We're really bullish because we're so far above. And MR1 is 112.33. SLC above 111 and 110.5. So that's quite spooky. It's 50 pips exactly between the two stop loss clusters. Wait, buy. And I think it's saying wait, potentially because of this moving average trend here, it's showing a little bit of bearishness in these two time frames, and that's why it's saying wait. Dollar CAD, sideways again. Buy, sell, so there's a mismatch. So I think it might be an idea just to sit on your hands today, and we're coming to the close of the week, and we've got NFP tomorrow. So do be careful with NFP. But I'm going to let the signals run into profit and hopefully take the profit out before NFP tomorrow. But they're currently the Swiss yen and Kiwi yen, and we've got an Aussie USD short, so that's like a hedge almost on the risk. So ideally we want to wrap up before NFP tomorrow. And we'll probably see some breakouts of this horizontal bands on a lot of these pairs, and we'll get a clear indication where things will match as well, because everything is not matching up. Technical and sentiment. 12605, 12535. There's your monthly pivot. So you buy dips. So it's a mismatch, like I say. Dollar Swiss. Now this is a trade recommendation. We are down 30 pips. 30 pips. So it's not that amazing. It's quite frustrating. We should be coming down because based on that basis that these guys have got absolutely skewed. They got really squeezed. And when they get squeezed, they get their stops taken. And because when the stops get taken, we can see a reversal from the stops. But, however, the moving average trend is all bullish on all time frames. So if you saw my technical chart, there's a bearish ABCD on the hourly, and that invalidation level is 9480, 9481. If we go above, then it breaks the bearish ABCD, and then we'll have a new harmonic. So it's a bit tricky. So apologies if you did take it. It was quite a poor entry. It was based on MR3, but now we've got new resistances and new support. So a bit tricky. I'm probably going to have to exit up there, which is going to be a bit of a pain. But it's better to get out than let it carry on, because it could potentially get up here, and then that would be painful. So bit of a tricky one. If we break this trend line, we might be okay. So keep an eye on that low, 9440. So 20 pips. If it falls 20 pips and we break that low, and we've broken that trend line, and we can target the SLC. 9387. On above is 9499 or 95. And back to gold again. So we're dead on the monthly pivot. Actually, we're just teetering on it. We're less than $1 away below. So yeah, just wrap up now, I guess. There's your euro pound. What's the saying about the pound yen? If this rallies, then it's going to hurt the pound. So do keep an eye on the euro pound. It's very, very good, very useful tool to to make profits on the sterling. And if this rallies, it will be quite good, I think, because I'm looking towards getting a long bias, but we do need to get some support first, like a grounding support. So could be taking it easy tomorrow and Monday because it's Easter, and it's going to be fairly quiet on the markets. Got NFP tomorrow, so obviously that's going to be like humongously busy, but then it will quieten down afterwards. So I'll be around if you need me. I wish you a really excellent Easter break, and I hope you have lots of chocolate and you have a nice time and you put your feet up and relax and stuff. So, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow anyway, and I'm always available if you've got questions, not to worry. And yeah, have a good day, and I'll speak to you soon.